Hello, everyone. It's me. It's been technically 2 weeks. I said that I was going to be doing this every week. So I'm going to try to stick to that. I'm still trying to be a little bit consistent. I had a few things come up that made me a little drained. But I'm recovering from that. I feel a lot better. I'm feeling a lot more social. I'm feeling like I'm ready to get back into streaming as well as making more content. I do have some pretty exciting, pretty big news that, hey, you might want to hear. It. So I do plan on doing these bunny. Well, by the way, welcome to Bunny Babble. Jingle, 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 jingle. Welcome to Bunny Babble. This is Bunny Babble, by the way. Hi, what's up? I yap for like an hour or so about a bunch of different things. And one of the things I'm going to be yapping about is that we're probably going to be moving up to at least 2 uploads a week pretty soon. I plan on having once a week these bunny babbles as it used to be. That's something that we used to always do. It used to be basically your weekly source of information, which with how fast information moves nowadays, honestly, having a week to kind of gather information, some of that stuff's really old at that point. Like if you don't cover something the day it happens, you're kind of screwed. It's just no longer valid information. It's just life moves on, especially with TikTok and how TikTok is and short form content and everything. Compared to 5-6 years ago, everything moves so much faster. Someone can get into drama 3 months ago and it'll feel like a year ago. It'll feel like, oh yeah, that person exists, huh? Yeah, Logan Paul, the Logan Paul, that feels like 6-7 years ago. It's so old, all that stuff. Anyway, it don't matter. But I plan on doing these bunny babbles once a week, hopefully on Saturdays. Hopefully Saturdays is when I'm gonna put them up. Today, I said the thing again. I'm gonna try not to do that, but if it happens, I'm sorry. This one's going up on a Monday. As long as it renders in time. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. God damn it. But basically, this one's coming out a tiny bit later. I was playing WoW. I've been playing World of Warcraft Classic with my fluffles, taking a good de-stress. I have a classic WoW. Basically, we're playing on the Cataclysm thing, and I got my own little Fluffle server there. We got our own little guild called the Fluffle. It's on Mancrick if you want to join. You know, you could join. I would totally allow that. But that took up my time the past few weeks while I kind of recover from social draining. I exerted myself a little too much when I was trying to stream every single day. That on top of behind the scene things kind of drained me pretty hard. So MMOs and gachas are a great way to pass time when you don't want time. Let me give a little introduction to the Bunny Babble before I actually get into some topics. Essentially, Bunny Babble, TLDR, I jingle when we're on the next topic. So if the current topic sounds boring to you, listen to the jingles. There's also timestamps below. It's just a little bit of news. And so we're going to jingle right on into jingle, my own topics. It's about me. It's my channel. I'm talking about me. I'm important to myself. So there's some big updates, some fun updates. One thing that I've been kind of thinking about doing, because I've been kind of just wanting to do this, I might start making some commentary videos on topics that I really like. Back in the day, probably like 6 months ago, a little longer than 6 months ago, I used to make daily commentary videos every single day. There used to be 2 clips and 1 commentary video every day. That stopped happening, 1, because I burnt myself out, and 2, the topics that I really wanted to talk about would get no views, and it would depress me. So I didn't want to have to try to make something clickbait every single day, because I would be at a complete loss of what to talk about, what to do, how to make the thumbnail, anything like that. And so I've been getting this urge to kind of ramble and talk about certain things that I'm really invested in. I'm hoping, I'm probably not going to be able to clickbait everything. I'm still going to try to get people to click on it. but there's a few hyperfixations. I don't even know if I should call it hyperfixation, because I'm not that, I'm not that invested. But there's certain things that I do want to kind of just make commentary videos on, whether it's being certain songs or music that I'm obsessed with, other games that I'm very, very invested. There's this one gacha game that I really, really like, and I've been playing a lot, and it has such an interesting story, and it's such an unknown game that it makes me want to just make my own little video about it, and hope that maybe it clicks with some people. Maybe people will end up wanting to play it, or maybe people will hate me because it's a gacha game. But essentially, I want to start making commentary videos, not every single day, but good commentary videos that mean something to me. It's on a topic that I really care about, and hopefully my interest shown in the topic will make it enjoyable to watch and make it so maybe even if it's something that you're not necessarily interested in, or you didn't think that you would be interested in, you still click on the video and hear me yap for a little bit. I'll probably still make some kind of clickbait videos. I got a new model, so we're long due for me telling everyone that I'm not a femboy. By the way, if you didn't know, I'm not a femboy. I'll make a video about it, don't worry. It's been about 3-6 months since the last one. I make one pretty much every year. I made one like 6 months ago, and then 6 months before that. So we're about time to make the whole Am I a Femboy video, get a nice 5,000 views off of that. But it'll be good. It'll go good. It'll just me shitting. I'll just shit on the femboy community for like 5 years or something like that. I'll just yap for an hour. I'll get that ad rev. But other than that, I basically want to make more videos that I'm interested in. I want to, maybe surprise you with a video during the week that you wouldn't have expected, because you're used to having your Shiri content on a Sunday or a Saturday. Hopefully you'll be able to get a video every Sunday and Saturday no matter what, but now you might get blessed with something that's not the typical bunny babble or thump. On that news though, I do have some fun. Do you guys remember the Fluffle Kerfuffle? That's being brought back, but in a slightly different way. On Mondays, I try to do certain event types, community-styled events on Twitch. The last one that I did was raiding your rooms with Velky. This was a stream. This is being turned into a video, and it's going to be having the Fluffle Kerfuffle tag. So while it's not me hanging out, we could still hang out with the Patreon and do those kind of ratings as well, similar to the last Fluffle Kerfuffle. But now we basically have a few, basically the Fluffle Kerfuffle will essentially be something that's driven by the Fluffle, a community-focused thing. So I'm hoping to have a Fluffle Kerfuffle every other week, and it'll be just as well edited as Jack's thumps, the thumpings that we do. So that way on Sundays, you'll either have a thump or you'll have a kerfuffle, and it'll be like the peak Shirybun CH content. Another thing, new topic by the way, we're moving on. There's your information. New topic. You may have noticed there's a lot less videos on this channel now. I went through all 500 of my videos, and I have unlisted every single clip. I am no longer going to have this channel be bogged down by clips. They are now completely wiped. They will, however, especially because I'm sure some of those clips were your absolute favorites, and maybe you even go back to them from time to time just to get a smile. They will be re-uploaded starting tomorrow, or today, I can't remember. They will be re-uploaded on the Daily Dose of Shiritonen. So if you really liked those clips, or you like clips in general, you should head over to the clip channel that we have. I don't want this channel to be bloated by short form slop, essentially. I want this to be long form content and very well edited videos, and very basically content that is main channel content. Even though this video that you're watching right now, Bunny Babbles, it's not exactly edited. It's one very long take of me going over all the information and all that. It's not edited at all, but it's still a special video, and it's not exactly the easiest thing to do, especially because if I mess up a take really bad, I have to redo the entire thing. Granted, I don't know if I've ever messed up that bad. I might have. I might have messed up that bad once or twice. But this is supposed to be kind of an authentic type of, it's not highly edited. This is just something that you could have on in the background while you're working. Maybe you're working on college work. Maybe you're on an office job and you need second monitor content. Maybe you're playing an MMO and you really just want to hear my noise in your ears. This is essentially, while it's not super high edited content, it's still long form content that can get the nice fuzzies in your brain, especially in a world where it's just full of ADHD, it's full of short form content. I want to be one of the few people that can actually provide you long form content. Some of my favorite videos ever are these 5-hour long introspective, retrospective videos on video games that were made in like the 2000s or 1990s, and they're like obscure horror games that I've never heard of. And I eat those videos up. I love Josh Strife Hayes. I love Josh Strife Plays. Your favorite son, I believe, is their YouTube name. Like, I love those videos. They're so good. And I want me to be kind of not on the same level as them, but still, this type of video, this really long Yappuccino type of video, is supposed to be one of those types of videos where it's just my input, it's just me and you, it's just a long yap session, and other commentary videos that I do, that I'm planning on doing, will also be a long yap fest of just something that I'm very interested in and I want to talk to you and just say it out to you. So it's something for you to just consume, enjoy, long form, you could fall asleep to it. It's just nice, long content. Versus the thumps, which are still long-form content, or the kerfuffles, which are still long-form content, but that's meant to hold your attention. That's meant to keep it. It's meant to capture it. There's stuff going on all the time so that you're always entertained in those videos. There's not going to be super high moments on every single time I'm talking about a topic on a Bunny Babble. It's just something comforting to have in the background, which I still think is very important, especially for a long-form channel. There should be long-form content that engages you throughout the entire thing, and then there should be long-form content that's just comforting, that you don't have to worry about if you're not looking at the screen that you're missing something. There's so many things that I've been falling asleep to that I'm sleeping, so I'm not going to be able to watch the video the entire time, so I just listen to their voice, almost like a sort of podcast. That's one of the vibes that I'm going for my Bunny Babbles. Long story short, even if my Bunny Babbles aren't super highly edited, I still think they're a valuable form of long-form content. Something to fall asleep to and be able to close your eyes and not worried about missing something or missing context. That's why I enjoy my Bunny Babbles. That's also why I enjoy these retrospectives, because you don't have to be watching what they're talking about because they describe everything with their words. Sure, there's pretty gameplay on in the background, and there's lots of actual stuff that you could be looking at if you wanted to, just like with me. You could be looking at that pretty bunny boy on the screen if you really wanted to, but you don't have to. Next update, Shirybun Update, huge update. 2 song updates. One, there's a pretty big work in progress with the Shirybun music, the 3rd song that's coming out. I believe the name of it is going to be called Journey, or something Journey related. It'll be probably my most emotional song. That one is very, very, very close to being finished. I don't know if I'll be able to have a music video for it. As much as I wanted one, I don't know if I'm going to have the patience to wait for a music video, so you might just get the audio, and eventually a music video will be made. I'm unsure. We'll figure it out. Another one is I'm going to be a part of my first ever cover and collab over on Shu. I don't know if it is a secret, so I'm not going to indulge too much, but I'm going to be singing with Shu, who is a cute alien boy. They have my vocals and everything, so I'll give you more updates when it's actually out. I'm very excited for it. It's the first time I've ever worked on a collab, and it opens up the pathways for more musical stuff. And I'm excited for it. And it's also in Japanese. And let me tell you, singing Moon Runes was really difficult to do. It was very frustrating. Singing in a different language, very hard, very difficult, especially for faster songs. And that wasn't even the fastest song ever, especially in that language. But I have mad respect to anyone that sings in different languages that are not their first language, because that shit's hard. That shit's hard. And last update that I'm going to be giving you guys is more on the Shirybun D&D. I've worked more on the Shiri lore, the lore Bible, which is open to the Patreons if you guys want your nice lore fix. I just did all of the races for the magical continent as well as the modern continent. I made 17 custom made races, as well as the lore behind them, the descriptions of them, and basically made our own rarity system as well as a race system. Once again, I have hired a game dev to work on this project. It is going to be its own custom made thing. This may be one of the videos that I will make an exclusive commentary video on the Shirybun D&D. There is a ton of stuff to talk about, a ton of stuff to work on. And one of the things that I have worked on is the classes. More in basically my next task of what I'm going to be doing for the D&D system is I'm going to be making about 20 magical items of varying different levels to give examples of what magical items could be like at the certain different levels. That will be my next task. I will be doing the lore, the description, and as well as what exactly would this effect have, and why is it the level, as well as the different rarity system when it comes to that type of thing. But now we're actually going to go into the now we're getting into the non-Shirybun topics. For people that are Shirybun haters, jingle, 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 don't worry, the bunny's done yapping about himself. Jingle, 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 time to go to our fun events that has been happening for the past 2 weeks. Some of this will be old, some of it you might have not even seen. Some of this may be rare grabs that I may have found. Like, for example, this first one right here. We have Skype. Did you know Skype is shutting down on May 5th, 2025? Did you ever use Skype? Did you used to use Skype? I know. Back in my day, when I was playing Minecraft and I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, I used Skype. Skype was my go-to. I was not using Discord. I actually was a late bloomer to Discord because I hated anything that was really popular. If an anime was really popular, like, for example, not Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan. For example, I would not watch Attack on Titan because I heard it was really good, and I was that type of edgy kid where if something was popular and everyone was loving it, I don't like it because I'm cool, I'm different, I'm quirky. So I would refuse to watch popular things. I didn't want to watch Fire Force, I didn't want to watch JJK, I didn't want to watch Attack on Titan, I didn't want to watch... Essentially, I wanted to be one of the like... people that find the hidden gems. I wanted to have the gems and tell people that this show's really good. Like for the people that first found Breaking Bad, because Breaking Bad wasn't popular when it was first released. It wasn't until people found the gem of Breaking Bad were people saying, oh my god, Breaking Bad is so good. I wanted to be that, but with anime. I wanted to find the stuff before it became meta, and then be one of the people being like, I liked it before everyone else liked it. Since then, now, if something is popular, I realize that it's popular for a reason, and I should probably watch it. For example, like Dan and JJK, and Solo Leveling. I heard it was really good. Same thing for Chainsaw Man. I thought Chainsaw Man sounded stupid as fuck, but people were saying it's really, really good, so I watched it. And believe it or not, it was really, really good. Long story short, I was a Skype kid. I loved Skype. I used Skype all the time. And that's it. That's my yapping. Apparently it's getting shut down. I don't use it anymore, obviously. I use Discord. Discord's way better than Skype. But it's sad to see that Skype is going, because that was a big part, just like TeamSpeak. I mean, TeamSpeak is still kicking. I don't know if people actually use TeamSpeak. I think they have a Twitter and people actually use their Twitter. I think they have a team for their Twitter. But Skype has just been dying, and it's finally, we're taking it off life support. It's just dead. It's gone now. That's it. We're scrolling up. Jingle, jingle. Time for the next topic. Jingle, jingle. Jingle, jingle. We got something really cool. This is for the VTubers out there. This is some VTuber news. So, Rewardo is essentially a 3D... a 3D environment. Essentially, it's kind of like almost like VR chat, except not exactly like VR chat because it's not a gaming place. It's essentially it's a more advanced way of having your model, if it's a 3D model, in a very fancy space. You can do a lot of cool things such as rotate the camera around. It's a very in-depth system that I haven't used myself because I'm not a 3D VTuber. If you couldn't notice, if you couldn't tell, I don't use 3D. So I don't have a use for Wardo, but essentially how it goes for the 3D VTuber space is there's VC face, which is the most simple way of just showcasing your face when it comes to 3D models. There is then above that Vtubers, which is essentially VC face, except you can code in intricate things. There's more things that you're available to do for Vtubers. You can do little block coding systems, and essentially you have a lot more control, but it's a lot more complex and a lot more complicated. So some people prefer VC face because it's just you turn it on and now you have tracking. Now you can move around, people can see your face. Vtubers is for people that are nerds that want to do more, and Wardo is a step even above that, where you can do, it seems a little bit more simple than Vtubers, but more complex in the things that you can do with Wardo. You can create entire environments, you can do weird camera tricks, and this new thing that they seem to be going on with Wardo and some other tech that I've never heard of is now they're doing even better hand tracking than ever before. Normally with hand tracking, why this is so insane is you can't actually entwine your fingers. It's very hard to get this in-depth of finger tracking and hand tracking. So this is kind of insane. It adds a whole new level of expression to 3D VTubers. And even VR chat doesn't have this. VR chat is still, especially if you're using the Valve index and stuff like that, it's very hard to get this insane tracking. So this may be a step up for any kind of 3D VTuber in the sense of it might even go beyond VR chat at this point. The only thing that VR chat has a benefit is Wardo is single player. Wardo is only you. Versus VR chat, you can have multiple people. So VR chat would be better if you have a lot more friends, but I'm sure in the future Wardo will also make it so you can plop your own friends in the world as well. It'll be very fun, very interesting, and if you are a 3D VTuber, this is something to look out for. Up next, Jingle Jangle. This one's a little bit less serious, this one's a little more fun. For all of the One Piece enjoyers, hopefully this doesn't get me any amount of struck. I hope not. This would suck. My Super Bowl segment got smashed by the DMCA despite me not playing any sound, any music. Just showing snippets of Kendrick Lamar got me smited, and it made it so it took an extra 2 to 3 hours to actually upload the video because it had to go through extra processing, which is cringe and stupid and cringe and stupid. But if you're a One Piece fan, this is another step up for anime enjoyers, just like how Gura ended up being on the Dodgers game it was a baseball game. They were on the big screen. This is another one. This happened during a basketball game. I'm not sure exactly which basketball game, but this animation played during one of the, I assume, breaks. And it's just another step of showing how anime is becoming more introduced into Western culture. We're getting way more accepted. Before, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, if you were an anime fan, a lot of times you would just hide it because people just thought of them as stupid cartoons or kiddish or very embarrassing, or basically it was cringe to like anime. But it's getting more and more mainstream to the point where even the older generations are starting to see it. For example, Mama Bun and Papa Bun, my IRL parents, they watch more anime than me. Every single day, without fail, they watch anime together. Right now, they're watching the newest season of Demon Slayer together, and before that, they were watching Dandadan. Before that, they were watching the new season of Solo Leveling, and they watched the previous level, or Solo Leveling. They watched Frieren before I mean, I haven't even seen Frieren, and they've watched all of Frieren. They watched Meshi Tenshin, The Jobless Reincarnation. They've watched, at this point, way more anime than me. And it just kind of shows that it's being way more accepted into Western culture and even being introduced to spaces which normally anime is looked down upon, such as sports. His sports is very jockey. It's very, very buff, it's not nerd culture, and a lot of people will see anime as something that's very nerdy. So this is kind of a huge step up for anime, VTubers, anything in general. Especially the fact that Gura managed to get onto the Dodgers game. It's just becoming less weird, and maybe in the future VTubers will be able to get even more opportunities. That's something that I'm excited for. I'm still waiting for Taco Bell to reach out to me to get a VTuber sponsorship. I'd sell the fuck out of it, you know? Okay, Jingle Jingle up next. This one's just kind of cute, a little funny. It made me laugh. It made me chuckle. I love this next one. This next one makes me happy. It'll make you happy too. So, someone quote tweeted this squid. Baby squid tries using his camouflage for the first time. And it's a cute little video of this squid trying to learn its natural functions. And look how cute it is. It's trying its best. It's doing its best. And the person quote tweeted it and said, not very good at it. And then the community note said, he's trying his best. And that made me laugh. And so I wanted to show it because it was cute and funny. Because I love it when community notes does something silly like this, because normally they're very nerdy and they're very like, actually this has a steak ad in it, so you can't do it, or actually I don't care. And so when they do stuff like this, like there's another time where someone had a picture of a cloud and they were like, how is it doing this, because it had like a weird shape or something like that, and the community note was just cloud, and that made me laugh too. I love it when community notes does something like this. It's very pog. I like it. Anyway, Jingle Jingle. That one was simple. Jingle Jingle. Jingle Jingle. Jingle Jingle. Oh, this one's actually drama. It's not very often. I'll minimize this a little bit for you guys so that you don't get distracted by the non-stuff. I don't normally ever show off docs or Google Docs or my experiences with or my responses to, but this one kind of struck a chord with me. This one rubbed me the very wrong way. This person, Jay, ended up I'll give you the full story to it. I'm not one to like drama. I don't normally like drama. And I thought this was so frustrating to see because I saw this before this person made a response, and seeing what they were saying, I was annoyed because it was something that never needed to be said, and I'll get into it. Essentially, Jay Raiden there was a big, let's go even a little bit farther back. There was a big Marvel Rivals VTuber tournament. I believe it was VTuber. I'm assuming it's VTuber. Either that or it was just content creator tournament. And there were some huge teams, some big teams going into it. Jay ended up getting invited to a team with a bunch of people that they didn't really know. Apparently for weeks now, they were trying to essentially do, what are they called? Scrims? I think they're called scrims, where basically you practice with your entire team to try to get ready for the tournament. It never happened. They always ended up just playing on their own, and they never actually played as a team. So eventually, one of the bigger teams, I believe it was Bow? Not Bow. Doki. Doki was the big name. There was a few other people with Doki. I think what's their name? Saikuno? I think it was Doki, Saikuno. There was basically a bunch of big names on this team. And they were sending out applications for a sub-tank, the third tank. And Jay decided to basically apply for that. They prefaced their team saying that they're probably going to, they don't imagine that they're going to get in, but they basically said, I'm going to apply for this team. I don't think I'm going to get in, but in case I do, I'm telling you ahead of time so that we can prepare a replacement for me in case I do end up actually making it into this team. And it's going to be a huge opportunity because these are huge content creators, and I hope that it goes well. And these are basically, this team was filled with randoms that Jay didn't really know, and Jay doesn't owe shit to anyone. And especially if they weren't even doing any kind of scrims together, if they weren't even practicing together, if anything, why are you even there to begin with? Why are you still with this team? Especially if you don't know them, you're not friends with them, and you're not practicing. It's just, it seems like one of those cases where it's like, oh, you plan to collab with someone and then one person keeps seeming to have some kind of problem and then you never actually collab with that person. That happens a lot, and that's what this kind of felt like. But this is supposed to be a tournament. This is supposed to be something that you actually practice for as a team. It seems like this team just wasn't taking it very seriously, or as seriously as Jay would have wanted. Now, Jay actually ended up getting accepted into it, and he was the smallest creator. I'm assuming, don't cancel me. And they made it on the team, and it was super awesome because it was a smaller creator that ended up getting to be with a big creator, and they ended up, I believe, winning the entire tournament. Now, the drama that ended up coming from this, which I believe happened after the team already won, was two people from the previous team ended up coming out with statements saying, Jay sucks, Jay's the worst, Jay blocked us and unfriended us and isn't talking to us as soon as he got accepted into this new team. And they're very cringe, and I thought it would be cool, but it's not cool, and I'm kind of... So it was basically just them upset that Jay seemed to treat them negatively. Jay seemed to be kind of a bitch about it, blocked them, unfriended them, and how they were phrasing it in like their own responses were Jay was kind of in like ego Andy blocking them because he's too cool for them now, and left them without saying a word, left their team, left them on anything, and basically Jay is this asshole, subhuman piece of being. That's essentially what their tweets boiled down to, where Jay finally and actually cleared things up, because Jay obviously was getting flack if, oh, it turns out the little VTuber that the big VTubers invited seemed to be a jackass. That sucks. Well, I guess we're just not going to support smaller VTubers now, because they're all snakes and rats. And it turns out these bitches are just fucking mean girls. That's all they are. They were just salty that they didn't get picked, and they're just salty that someone ended up winning, and they were bitches throughout. All in all, they ended up fucking privating their accounts, as they should. Like, they ended up, and you know, you could do whatever the fuck you want in your spaces. Like, they were basically shit talking Jay, and then shit talking the teams that they went up against as well. They're just actual like fucking mean girls. That's all they are. They're literally just, you know, you got your own spaces, you're probably gonna shit talk in your own spaces, you got that. But when Jay caught wind that these people were shit talking him or them, they basically unfriended and blocked them. And I mean, that's a valid response to do. If you find out people are basically shit talking you, why the fuck wouldn't you block them? I'm not exactly one to block. I prefer to talk out my stuff. But not everyone's like that. Not everyone's like me. Some people will just block at the first sign of negativity, and that's totally okay to do. Like, if you don't want to deal with them and they are just someone that you don't want around and you don't feel comfortable around them anymore, go right ahead, and you blocking them shouldn't be an issue. You shouldn't have to explain yourself either. If you just don't want to be around someone, you don't want to be around someone. Most of the time it's for a reason. And if anything, them blocking you, instead of saying the reason publicly or privately or anything like that, is better than them starting to tell all their friends, yeah, no, they were just kind of a bitch to me. They were kind of assholes. They were just snaking me behind my back. They were just, I don't know, they were shit talking me, and it made me feel like, wouldn't you rather just have the silent block rather than saying this whole my response to the accusations? Like, if this didn't come out, people probably wouldn't know or wouldn't care about these two people, but now it's, you know, because you tried putting on blast and tried shaming someone for getting a good opportunity, now you're the ones that look like the asshole, especially because Jay never said anything negative, and they never could show anything negative because Jay was just a good person. Meanwhile, the people that are shit talking, there's files and files and files and receipts and receipts and DMs of you being a bitch. Meanwhile, you don't got shit on Jay. So why try to throw shit at someone when you have so much shit on yourself, is what I don't understand. But that's just the type of people that these people are. And because I saw before Jay made any kind of response to any of this, I saw the first call out post and they have, I'm assuming, both been deleted. One of them privated, so I couldn't even see it, but the one that I did go to, I believe it was Michi Me's one that I saw. When I saw that, when I looked at it, I was kind of mad. I was kind of annoyed because I'll make it big for, I'll make it big so you can actually kind of read it. So the tweets that were made, and don't worry, we won't go on this for too long. The Michimi one, this is what I read. I'll make it, it's a little bigger there. So, my experience with the VTuber rivals was really bad, and just overall sad. I picked Jay to be our strange player. We tried going off of his time, we tried talking to him, but he never cared. Then he goes and says, I'm going to try out for Doki's team. He has left our group chat without us saying goodbye, and at that point, I knew he only joined Doki's team for the clout and the money. He has blocked teammates of mine today when he won the tournament and unadded on Discord. I have him blocked. I do not like people like him. I saw Doki's post on needing a tank player. I never once thought about leaving my team. It's just fucked up. People are so fake now. Anything for clout, right? Wait, did I see the other one too? I want to rant because, okay, we'll read the other one too. We'll read both of them. We'll read both of them. And they're gonna be low ass quality because you're getting a zoomed in picture of them. It's just a screenshot. Now, I'm not one to like drama, but I really don't like this type of behavior myself. I just want to rant because y'all know I'm a chill person and I'm not even upset that they won being on Doki Bird's team because that was a given. I'm just still sad that they were on our team first and I made the effort to be in their chats trying to get to know them because we were teammates trying to form friendships. I feel anyone that knows me knows I do this with all my friends. But he let us know that he's leaving the team for better opportunities with VTubers with higher numbers / higher chances of winning the tournament, etc. I was told we don't owe anyone anything in this, and that helped me understand things in a way. But with me being a newish VTuber, this is my first experience seeing people leave people for money / fame / status, and now to be blocked the same day his team won the tournament for him. There's no drama to this because everything I've said is true and I keep it pushing. But this definitely opened my eyes up to things and I really hope this type of energy doesn't find me again. It was this one. This is the one I read. This one pissed me the fuck off. Especially saying there's no drama to this because everything I've said is true and I keep it pushing. Like fucking no drama to this. What do you mean no drama to this? You're the one that's pushing out shit. You're the one that's like putting this public. You're the one who's starting shit. Like you're literally starting shit. What do you mean there's no drama? And to saying everything I've said is true. Okay, are you sure what you said is true, but it wasn't all the full truth. You're hiding things to make you look bad. You're only showing the stuff that makes you look good, which is, I mean, not everyone's gonna do that. And then, but this dev opened my eyes up to things and I really hope this type of energy doesn't find you again. Like, I don't know. I just really hated this. This pissed me off. I obviously didn't comment anything. I didn't message anything because I'm not one to feed into negativity. I don't, like, if I see drama, if I see anything political, if I see anything drama, if I see anything like that, I don't respond to it. I don't type to it. I don't give it attention, especially when I don't think it should have attention. And if I know the person and if I know someone's going through something, I'll message them privately. I'm not going to make a big deal about it publicly. I'm going to keep things private because not everyone wants a magnifying glass or even more eyes on an attention of something that they don't want. So I keep things private. I don't like, you know, if someone seems like they're going through something, I'll help them privately. I'll message them. I'll see if they're okay. I'll see if they need help with anything, if they need advice, if they don't want advice and they just want someone to vent to. I got ears for that. I got a mouth for that. I got that. But I'm not one to respond or comment. It's adding more fire to flames, especially because when one person has something in their head, most of the time, if you say something against that person, they're just going to be they don't want to listen to you. You've already lost that person. No matter what you say, even if you're right, no matter how right you are, if that person doesn't like you, they don't care what you have to say. And if you're going against their viewpoint, they don't care what you have to say. They're not going to care. They're going to find ways to ignore you, or maybe they're gonna just throw some insults your way, or say that you're trying to mislead them, or anything like that. It's just not worth it. It's not worth to have a public engagement with people who aren't even looking to, that their viewpoint would just never change in the first place. And that's what I see that with a lot of the politics and people that are political. Like, they just, there's no point in arguing with each other because neither of you guys are fucking going anywhere. Both of your points are it's just pathetic. Like, I don't know, it's just, oh, but seeing this kind of made my blood boil, and it was upsetting. It was upsetting to see. So I wanted to bring my own little light to this, because this is just stuff that I hate seeing. I hate seeing drama. So I'm showing it. I'm showing you the drama to tell you that I hate drama. I hate this. I think it's so stupid. And I hate when people start shit. Is another thing that I hate. Now we're gonna go back to the funny yippee meter. Yeah, wow, look at that. Yippee. Yippee. There we go. Good enough. That's fine. Jingle jingle, we're done talking about stinky stupid drama. That type of stuff annoys me. I hate when people try to make, like, I don't know, it's just stupid. I think drama is so stupid. I think you trying to start shit is even stupider, especially when you have so much shit against yourself. Like, what's the point? Drama's done. Dumb. There's also, of course, other drama that's been going on as well. I'm not going to cover any of that because I think drama's stinky and bad, and this is one of the, I feel like if I bring attention to this one, it's not as bad as if I bring attention to other ones. But essentially, drama, stinky, smelling, should be private, especially if you're trying to make a Google Doc on something, like, the only time you should ever have a Google Doc is when it's something super, super serious. Like, if you're calling someone out, like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't make a Google Doc for responses if people are being dumb and calling you out for shit. I'm saying if you're trying to make a Google Doc on someone, that shit is so terrifying for all parties involved, including yourself. That is terrifying. Just, why would you ever make that at all, in general? It's horrible, and I've seen so many people make such fake docs, or shit docs, or docs they end up just regretting later because they made it in a heightened state of emotion, and a bunch of people are just egging them on, telling them, oh, you need to do this person's a horrible person, when, I don't know, it's just stupid. I hate drama. I hate anything to do with drama. I hate when people start making shit. I don't like when people make shit. It's frustrating. It's stupid. I don't like it. Now we're moving on. Jingle jingle. Again, jingle. Just no more ranting. No more heated Benoy. Jingle jingle. Next topic. This one's cute. It's a happy topic. It's cute. It's wonderful. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, and then make this a little bit bigger. There we go. So it's a cute widget. It's just cute. So essentially, there's a meter where, okay, let me just explain this. Essentially, a bar fills up if people use the same amount, and then a cool graphic happens on screen where you can make a sound effect or you can make something happen. So it's like that you could say yippee or awoo, and it's essentially just a cute little widget. If you're a streamer and you like widgets and you want to support people, this is a wonderful way to do it. You can find this on someone's Ko-fi, on their Ko-fi. Their name is a Prolo Cryptid VTuber at Prolo Art. They're wonderful. Here they are. If you're a VTuber, if you're a content creator in general, and you want more engagement and more ways for your chat to feel even more interactive, this would be one wonderful way to do it. This person seems really cute. It seems like they have a lot of really cute art and really cool ideas. I love the way that they tell their storytelling, which is why if you're a VTuber, if you're a content creator, and you want to do this, I think this is a great way to do it. This is essentially a widget where if someone does emotes, a bar fills up, and when the bar fills out fully like that, a cool graphic will happen, and a noise, a sound bite of whatever you choose to do will play. Jingle jingle. Next topic. Jingle jingle. Jingle jingle. Jingle jingle. This one's also another VTuber news. We got a lot of VTuber news. This one's VTuber. This one's really cool. It's essentially a phone stand that is wireless charging that's made for, I'm assuming it's made for VTubers, where it permanently tracks your face. So it's on like a little swivel thing that like uses AI or whatever the fuck it uses to make it so your phone is always facing your face. So if you're a VTuber, a lot of times, look, like you see how I'm losing tracking? I've just completely lost tracking. Basically what the phone does is when I'm moving this way, the phone will turn itself so that my face will always be tracked. So if I'm moving anywhere, it'll follow me. And so even if I'm halfway across my room, because it's still following my face, I'm still always going to get tracked. Sens was the one who showed this, and Sens also tested it out, and it showed that it tested out really well. It is an expensive device, so if you don't have the funds for it, don't buy it. But if you have money out the wazoo, this is not a bad product. It could be pretty good, especially if you seem to be struggling with, if you move a lot and you seem to be losing a lot of tracking, this would be a good way of just making sure that you don't lose tracking, and it gives you a lot more options when it comes to moving around and being around and moving. Just a good thing to have. I believe it is about $300. It might be more. So it's a stand that costs $300, which is a lot of money. So if you're a VTuber and you're well off, it might be a worthwhile investment. If you're not a VTuber, you probably don't want it at all. If you are a VTuber and you're working on a budget, I don't know if it's worth spending $300. If you're on a budget, it might be better to be saving up for something else. But if you have a disposable income or you want to use this as a tax write-off, this could be something that you can get. Now, jingle, 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 jingle. Jingle, 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 jingle. Also, I've had the same song playing on repeat for the past, like, hour, and it's starting to just go right into my brain. So, this one's another one. This one's just cute. This one's just a little tiny thing. I thought this was a really cool idea. I think this is going to take a lot of, like, hand to eye to brain coordination, because you're going to have to figure out, you're going to have to be basically controlling your Pokemon and yourself. It's essentially a real-time battle Pokemon thing, rather than it being just turn-based. And most Pokemon games, it's you do your turn, and then the enemy does their turn, and then you do your turn, and then the enemy does your turn, and you're not moving around, you're not doing anything. This is supposed to be real-time battle, and you move, and you tell them to move, and you tell them to do abilities and stuff like that. I don't think you move the Pokemon yourself. I think the Pokemon just kind of moves around in general, and you essentially tell them what moves to do, and you can move your trainer around. So it's really cool to have a real-time thing. I'm assuming it's like real time in the sense of like if you're fast enough, you can do your move twice before they get a chance to do their move, but I could be wrong. It might just be fake real time where, you know, it still is. You can only do your turn after they've done their turn, but we'll find out. It seems like this one, it doesn't have a date yet on when this comes out, but it's a new Pokemon game in development, and I think this will be really cool. Unless it's already out. It's called Pokemon Legends ZA. I don't know if it's actually out yet or if this is early development, but something to look out for, something to take a peek at. And I'm sure you could already see up top there, the next topic will be the best topic. And I believe it's also the last topic. So we're going to jingle jingle and go right into that last topic right there. Jingle jingle, jingle jingle. Final topic. Yep, final topic. Here, we'll push this down a little bit so that this can take the full attention. This is Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell. Taco Bell is my favorite. I love Taco Bell. And Taco Bell actually has a bunch of updates, which I'll give in here, and I'll just use this as the template of, you know, Taco Bell. So Taco Bell ended up having their own little live stream where they went over a bunch of their changes, a bunch of their new items. They're basically their roadmap of what they're going to be doing for 2025. And I have a few gems that I'm thinking of that I will be telling you. This one is probably their biggest gem. This is one of their highlights, because I believe the Mountain Dew Baja Blast has been, I think they're having a birthday. I think it's like the 5th year since its creation or something like that. So they're doing something special. They're making the first ever new Mountain Dew Baja Blast flavor, which is called the Baja Midnight. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know what it's going to be like. I hope it's not grape. That would suck. Hopefully it's something more I don't know, fruity than a grape. I will, of course, be trying it and telling you how it feels, how it tastes. There, of course, are new items as well. I will tell you the new items that are currently out that I have tried, and I will tell you my opinion on them. There is these new Crunchwrap mini sliders that come with queso sauce. I love queso. I'm a fan of queso. They're mini sliders. They're not bad. They're small. They taste pretty good. It's pretty good for like your average Taco Bell thing. And the queso sauce tastes like queso. So if you like queso, you're probably gonna like this. They have a box for it. It's essentially, you get 2 sliders, which they're like, they probably make up 2/3 of a Crunchwrap, so you're getting a little less than an actual full Crunchwrap. But they do have like pico de gallo in it, so it's a little bit tastier than the average Crunchwrap. And it comes with 2 tacos and your cinnamon twist or whatever the fuck you want, as well as your drink. So it's a pretty basic, minimalistic type of box. They don't give you like a burrito. They don't give you any fancy items. It's basically just the sliders and some tacos, which is plenty for some people. So it's not a bad box. They probably have had better boxes, but it's not bad. The item itself also isn't bad as well. And another item, everyone seemed to like the Cantina chicken. They have basically made it a permanent item. They haven't taken it off the menu yet. And they added to the Cantina chicken menu with a new style that you can get it in, which is called Caliente. It's essentially a hot version of the chicken Cantina. I tried it as well as the sauce. It on itself, the items are good. They're not bad. They are a tiny bit spicier. Now, the sauce on its own, though, is a really weird fucking sauce. It is like bright. It is a very brightly colored sauce, and it tastes really weird. I did not like it on its own. It tasted strangely sweet. It almost tasted like orange. It was like a spicy orange sauce, which I was not the biggest fan of. But the items on its own, when you don't add any extra caliente sauce to it, is not bad. I mean, the Cantina chicken is a solid choice. It's also one of the healthier options. If you want to go for something healthy and you're going for something cheap in Taco Bell, they have a Cantina chicken bowl. I would suggest going for that. It's low calories. I believe it's only 460 calories, and it's healthy. Got some protein. So if you're looking for healthy at Taco Bell, their Cantina chicken box. It's not a box. It's a bowl. Yeah, their bowl. The bowl would be good. As for some future items that they're doing, the one that stood out the most is they're going to be making a taco that's... Have you ever seen those memes like Zach Choi or Bayato? I think his name is Bayata. And they essentially make a bunch of like food videos where they slap a bunch of cheese on shit and they like deep fry it and stuff like that. It's really silly. It's all like ASMR. It's very fast paced. It's like short content. It's very brain rotty. One of the things that they do is they basically cook up a sheet of cheese on like the griddle, and then they have like a cheese shell, like a crunchy cheese shell. That's what Taco Bell's doing with a taco. They're essentially making it so one of the tacos, the shell, is actually just entirely made out of like crunchy cheese that they slapped on a griddle. That'll probably slap. That'll probably be really good. I think that one's one of the ones to be most excited for. I think they're also making a new jalapeno sauce. Nothing really stood out. They're doing this cool new program where they have like a creator program like in Fortnite where you can make your own items, and if people order your items, you get points and shit like that. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a Shirybun creator code. And you can get my fancy meals, my fancy Shirybun burrito. But until then, yeah, I'll keep you updated. I'll keep you posted on all things Taco Bell. You know I love Taco Bell here. I don't talk about it as much as I probably should. Taco Bell, my beloved. I'll tell you how all the items are. I'll tell you if they taste good or not. And you can trust my words, just like you can trust the funny reptile man. Food review, bruh. The funniest reptile man ever known to live. He's my beloved. He's my precious. He doesn't know I exist, but I know he exists, and that's all that matters. Anyway, jingle jingle. That's it. That's my last topic. Jingle jingle. Hi. Good job. Hello. Hope you liked it. I did yap a lot. Did I make it to an hour? Almost an hour. Not quite an hour. I did yap a lot. I'm sorry for getting a little heated during the drama stuff. I hate drama. I think drama is so stupid, and I think especially the stupider the drama is, the more it pisses me off, because this was something that was such a nothing burger that could completely ruin someone's reputation just because you're petty. Just because you're a petty bitch. That's all. You're just a mean girl. You're just a petty bitch. That's all you are. Fuck you. Anyway, let's get into questions. I hope you're ready. So, do you like Taco Bell? I do talk about Taco Bell quite a bit. What is your favorite item from Taco Bell? And what's an item from Taco Bell that you want them to bring back? Are there any items that you specifically miss and you want them back? You want this item back. I wonder if there's any for me. I'll have to think about it. The quesarito. I loved the quesarito. I used to go there every single day for the well, not actually every single day, but whenever I went to Taco Bell, I would get a quesarito. It was religion. It was sacrilege not to. And I know queso, the funny large man that is really popular on TikTok and Twitch, I think. They talk about a steakhouse burrito from Taco Bell. I've never had that before, but the way that he talks about it makes me think that I should die for it and give my hand away to just get even a taste, a small sniff of it. So maybe in the future I would. Next question. Are you a fan of Pokemon? Do you like Pokemon? Who's your favorite Pokemon? What's your favorite Pokemon? Hard question, I know. Mine's probably Absol, Mawile, or Sylveon. Those ones are my top 3 for sure. Okay, up next. Next question. Are you a Vtuber perchance? Are you a Vtuber? Do you Vtube? Do you think you would buy that tracking thing if you're a Vtuber? If you're not a Vtuber, just skip this question. This is for the Vtubers in chat. I say chat as if I'm streaming. I'm not streaming. Do we got a Vtuber in Fluffle? In the Fluffle? There's also, of course, the Vtuber widgets. I'll probably bundle this question up for basically all of the Vtubers. If you're a 3D Vtuber, if you're a 2D Vtuber, would you get these widgets? And would you get that fun Wardo thing? Like, are you excited for more intricate tracking? Even if you're not really a Vtuber, that could be really exciting to just be able to see more intricate tracking. Like, would you like to see if I could move my hands and stuff like that? Would you guys like that? Would you be into that? Would you like me moving my hands and not being like this paraplegic that I am? I think it'd be sick. Do you guys like drama? What's your thoughts on drama? Are you a fan of drama? Does it make your blood boil, or do you just take some popcorn and you eat it up every time you get it? I'd love to hear your opinion on drama. Next question. What do you think's next? We got HoloLive in baseball. We got One Piece in basketball. What do you think football is gonna have? Do you think it's gonna be Shirybun, the next football game? Next, what's a team from football? The Dolphins. Shirybun Dolphins. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What do you think is going to be the next sport to involve something anime related, whether it's VTubers or anime? My bet's on golf. I'm feeling golf. I think golf's going to have the next VTuber. It's going to be it's going to be like an anime. There's going to be a whole ass golf anime. It's going to be insane. It's going to be the next big thing. It's going to be like the Strikers anime, the Blue Lock, but golf. Imagine that. I'd be sick. Imagine JoJo, but with like golf. Oh my God, JoJo X golf. That would be sick. That'd be insane. I'd see that. I'd watch that. I'd pay for that. I keep saying up next. Did you ever used to use Skype? Did you like Skype? Did you use Skype? Are you sad to see it go, or would you not care? Do you not even care a little bit? Do you not care? Do you care? Anyway, jingle jingle. Time for the ending. It's been an hour. Did it feel like an hour? I probably felt like 2 minutes or 2 hours. You either love it here or you hate it here. But jingle jingle, time for your weekly, or I guess bi-weekly. It's supposed to be weekly, will be weekly BBQ Bunny Babble question from your bunny boy here. The BBQ Bunny Boy Bunny Babble question. Put a W in there somewhere. Weekly. Hi, what's up? Good to see you. Oh, were you waiting for me to come up with a question? I thought this week we were kind of mixing it up, doing something a little different, where you were gonna tell me the question. I was kind of waiting. I was gonna answer it. It would be at a delay. It would be a week-long delay because I still have to make the next video. But my Bunny Babble question is, would you want to see me do commentary type videos? I have been debating, and I talked about it a little bit during the beginning of this, that I wanted to make commentary videos on things that I'm very, very passionate about, such as the music that I'm listening to, the music that I'm creating. I definitely need to make a new lore video. It has been a really long time. It's been almost a year or two since my lore summary video. That needs a part 2. There's so much more of the lore. There's so many more stories. That's probably gonna be pretty well edited, to be honest. I say pretty well edited. It's gonna be edited instead of it being a long ramble. I'll do my best to edit things. I want to wait for like more images and more artwork to go off of rather than not. But I don't know how long I can wait off. I got my lore fix. I need to give you guys more lore. I swear I'm good for it. I can give you more lore. I swear I'm good. I just need another week. I just need another week. I'll make you another lore video. Just give me one more week. You know I'm good for it. You know I'm good for it. But commentary, it would be music, whatever games I'm into, whatever, just not every single day, just when I'm feeling it. Would you be interested in that? And if so, is there any kind of commentary topic that you want to hear my opinion on? I might end up making community posts about it, asking, is there anything that you want me to cover and or talk about in a commentary video? And if it's something that interests me, I might research into it and essentially make a video about it. But anyway, that's it. That's the Bunny Babble. You made it to the end of it. I'm so proud of you. It's been an hour, over an hour. You made it to the hour mark. Good job. This bunny boy beckons you a bye-bye. What's it? What is it? How do you do it? Bunny boy. I still need to figure out a good outro for this thing. I need to figure out like bunny boy, Kudavar, BBC, Bunny Boy, Kudavar. What are we doing? It was still just the Bunny Boy bellows a bye-bye. Well, this has been the end of the Bunny Babble, and this Bunny Boy bellows a bye-bye. 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 Be your pet tonight. Be your pet.